My brother-in-law announced he's moving in with us because his wife kicked him out. My husband said yes without asking me. I smiled and said, perfect timing. Then I handed them both a lease agreement I drafted that morning. We were sitting in our living room on a Tuesday night when Travis showed up with 2 duffel bags and an Xbox. My husband Derek immediately started clearing space in our spare bedroom like this was already decided. I watched from the kitchen doorway as Travis complained about his wife being unreasonable, about how she changed the locks while he was at work, about how families should stick together during hard times. Derek nodded along to everything, promising his brother could stay as long as he needed. That's when I walked over with the papers. My husband looked confused until he read the rent amount, $1,200 monthly plus half the utilities due on the 1st of each month. Travis laughed like I was joking. He actually slapped his knee. Derek started to say something, but I pulled out my laptop and showed them both the average rent for a room in our neighborhood, $400 for a basic room with shared bathroom. I was giving him family discount of $200 off, plus he'd have access to our fully stocked kitchen and living areas. My husband's face went red. He started saying family doesn't charge family, that his brother was going through a divorce and needed support. I set my laptop down carefully and reminded him that his brother makes $85,000 a year as a database administrator. Meanwhile, I've been the sole income in our house for 6 months during Derek's career transition, which is a polite way of saying he's been unemployed, sleeping until noon, and playing Elden Ring for 8 hours a day. Travis stood up, getting defensive, called me heartless and materialistic, said his marriage just ended, he's dealing with emotional trauma, and I'm kicking him while he's down like some kind of villain. He looked at Derek for backup. I asked Travis if his wife kicked him out because he spent $3,000 of their joint savings on a custom gaming PC without telling her. Specifically, the one he'd been bragging about in the family group chat for the past 2 weeks, the one with the rainbow LED lights and the liquid cooling system. The room went completely silent. Derek's mouth actually fell open. He didn't know that part. Nobody had bothered to ask why Travis's wife changed the locks. Travis started backtracking immediately, saying it was more complicated than that there were other issues in the marriage. I told him I'm sure there were, but spending $3,000 on gaming equipment without discussing it with your partner seems like a pretty significant issue all by itself. Derek tried to change the subject, suggesting we all just calm down and figure this out tomorrow. I didn't move. I told them both the lease starts Monday or Travis finds somewhere else to stay. Non-negotiable. My husband pulled me into our bedroom furious. He said I embarrassed him in front of his brother, that I made him look weak, that I was being cruel during a family crisis. His voice kept getting louder, saying I don't understand family loyalty, that his parents would be horrified by my behavior. I waited until he finished. Then I told him he embarrassed me by volunteering our home, our space, our resources without a single conversation with his wife. I've been paying our mortgage alone for 6 months. I've been covering his car insurance, his phone bill, his groceries while he figures things out. His brother makes more than I do and can absolutely afford rent somewhere. I told Derek I'm done being the only adult making decisions in this house. I'm done being the only one thinking about our future, our finances, our boundaries. If he wants to be married, he needs to act like we're partners, not like I'm his mother and his brother is his priority. He tried to argue more, but I showed him our bank statements from the past 6 months. Every payment, every bill, every expense highlighted. He got quiet really fast. Travis moved into his friend's basement apartment 2 days later. He sent Derek a long text about how I'm controlling and how Derek needs to handle his wife. Derek showed me the text and asked what he should say back. I told him that was his decision to make, but I was proud of him for asking instead of just reacting. Last week, my husband came home with a job offer and an apology, saying watching me stand up to his brother made him realize he'd been acting like a child. Now he's the one insisting we split everything equally and checking with me before making any plans that involve our home.